everyone, I'm back with yet another video, and in this video I'm going to discuss about my interview experience at IIT Delhi. So I'm going to list down the pointers you should be prepared on. And पहला चीज है practice introduce yourself. Now why am I saying this? Introduce yourself is one question which is asked in all the interviews. With any interviews, you start off. It's like an icebreaker. You start off with introduce yourself. And for you, as an interviewee, it's a driver of your interview. Like you can drive your interview. So now what should introduce yourself include? It should include academic history, current employment status. Agar gap hai, then explain your gap, the reasons of gap, and what have you been doing in this gap period. Also include what you want your panel members to ask from you. Now, why am I mentioning this? Because, like for instance, the topic I had submitted in my SOP, I had a practical exposure working into it. I had a practical experience in that particular research area, and I wanted that to highlight. So, if you introduce yourself में नहीं बताओगे, they're not going to ask you about your experience before in this particular research area, right? So you need to include that in your introduce yourself. Now, next thing, you should be clear with variables of your research. There are independent variables which you must have mentioned in your SOP. So you should know what are the variables of your research now. Now study your domain area diligently. As in, अगर आपका finance area, then you should even know what is finance. Finance में अगर आपका financial inclusion is the topic, then you should know what is microfinance, what is financial inclusion. If you have digital marketing as topic, then you should know what is marketing, what is digital marketing. So you should, what are the various digital marketing tools, right? So you should study the domain area, especially the research topic area. If you have limited time, तो आपने जो SOP में लिखा है, जो topic दिया है, उस topic के basic questions should be clear. Mock interview with friends and practice all the possible questions from your SOP. क्या आ सकते हैं possible questions? No, the possible questions can be theories and models related to research area. जैसे आप literature review करते हो, तो the research papers में कुछ theories होते हैं, कुछ models होते हैं which are talked about. So you should also be knowing the theories or models उस research area. If it's digital marketing is my topic, the models which are used mostly in digital marketing research area are TAM, technology acceptance model, or its elaboration likelihood model, or diffusion innovation model. So there can be certain models and theories which would be which would be being used in your research area. तो आपको ये सब आना चाहिए, आपके basic questions आने चाहिए, definitions आने चाहिए, right? Also, if you don't know any question, it's okay. Just say, sir, sorry, sir, I don't know the answer. Sorry, yeah, sorry, professor, sorry, ma'am, I don't know the answer. I'll have to read more on it. Or you want to take a guess कि आपको अच्छे से याद नहीं है, but थोड़ा मोड़ा पता है. Then let them know, please allow me to take a guess. And then you can answer, okay? If you're trying to take a guess, but don't beat around the bush. Why? Because interviews 5 to 10 minutes ko hota hai. If you're beating around the bush, so they won't be able to ask you next questions. And thus, they know कि आप गलत जवाब दे रहे हो, and they are not able to ask you the next question. So they won't be able to understand कि ये question नहीं आता, बाकी questions you could have answered very well. So it's up to you. Don't beat around the bush. नहीं आता, बता दो, so that they can ask you the next question, then you're able to answer it confidently. Be confident, don't panic, and don't stress out too much, and you'll do really well. So all the very best for your interview. And yes, and if you have any questions, you can post in your comment section. Bye bye.